One of the things we're learning, by the way, Jeffrey, is that one way that Kevin McCarthy could actually win is enough Democrats did not vote, if they abstained or didn't enter the chamber, however they accomplished that, so that the majority level would drop. He would still need, he needed 218. He'd still need 199, I guess, if all 19 continued to vote against him.
If he won this with Democratic support, wow, I can't imagine the meltdown inside the Republican caucus. You know, one of the things that I think we should, sort of pull back at the 30,000 feet level, and I have my own congressman, full disclosure, is Scott Perry from Pennsylvania, whom I know fairly well. And I wrote about him at the American Spectator today. And I talked about this ancient problem. It appeared in Great Britain in Margaret Thatcher's day. She talked about the socialist ratchet. And she talked about how the Labour Party was so far left. But when it came to the Tory party, the Conservative Party, her party, there were members of the Conservative Party who talked a good game, but they would never deliver on policy. In fact, she said they made camp in the long march of the left. And my point is, this goes on in America. This is what, in the long ago, the battle between Ronald Reagan and Gerald Ford or George H.W. Bush was. This is what's been going on with Donald Trump and others. And that's, in a sense, what you're seeing playing out here is you've got the establishment very much behind Kevin McCarthy, and you've got people like my own Congressman Perry who are fighting it. And that battle is not going to go away anytime soon. And in point of fact, it's been going on for decades. So this is the latest House version of this.
Yeah. And Jeffrey, just wanted to make clear, the scenario that's being floated out there is that enough Democrats do not vote, period, or don't go into the chamber so that the majority vote number, that majority number is lower. So you'd have to work out the math to figure out he still has roughly 4 votes or so to work with.
Yeah. All right. We're going to have to end it there. Jeffrey Lord, really happy to have you with us. Thank you so much for your insight, as always.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.